Welcome back here with Money, Money, Money. The brightest of festivals is here and its celebrations galore. Investors, though, are hoping that some of this sheen rubs off on their portfolios as well. And here to help us understand the trends for the coming year, we have Shashikant, the chairperson of the Center for Investment Education and Learning, and Gaurav Mashruwala, who's a certified financial planner. So we've been speaking a little bit about equity. We've spoken about gold. What else is there in the new year to look out for?
So again, as a planner, we look at a balanced portfolio. So there could be debt-based instruments. Real estate is one more asset class. One thing is be extremely careful. If it's for self-consumption, go ahead and pick it up. If it's from investment, be careful because it's an immobile, indivisible and illiquid asset class. So you have to be really be careful about it. These are predominantly 4 asset classes, and my normal request to investors is that try and invest into instruments which are either regulated by SEBI, RBI, IRDA or PFRDA, except real estate, of course.
Alright, so let's get back to the basics then, right? So 2015 has been called the year of the fixed income by, everyone and more. Could 2016 also see some of that attractiveness towards fixed income?
I would expect it to continue. There is a real fear of, these different segments in the world not responding, not speeding up as was earlier expected. So I think the fall came rapidly, the recovery is much slower. I would therefore, to the investor, I mean, this is a very macro thing, to the investor, I would really go back to investing habits, where I would say, good to have a default plan. At the beginning of the year, as Gaurav was pointing out, invest for yourself. And once you have that default plan in mind, then you're at least taking care of 2 things. One, you're not allowing money to lie idle in the savings bank. And 2, you are guarded against sellers. So I would think that Diwali might be a good time for an investor to, say, okay, next year, I'm going to divide my money like this. I'm going to be, investing.
Okay, you've raised actually a very good point, which is about reviewing your portfolio, right? So you said Diwali is a good time to do it. I want to make it a little more broad-based. Should it be done once a year, say at Diwali, for instance, or at the end of the financial year? Or should it be done quarterly, monthly, biannually? Or should it be done actually at the end of a cycle or the beginning of a new cycle? I mean, which is the best way to do it?
1 year is what I would suggest. And I believe there are 2 choices as far as the year goes. There is year-end. Or there is middle of the year. All right, you can choose one of them. I think once a year is good enough for a simple investor to review what he's doing and make a plan. Since the whole association with Lakshmi happens in a traditional Indian household around Diwali, it's not a bad time to kind of say that once a year around Diwali, I would make a default plan.
And I guess it's also the time of the year when you're anyways predisposed towards investing, right?
Correct, because you're feeling a little prosperous and good, wealthy people receive bonuses and, you are feeling good about making money decisions. So I think it might be a good time. I think it's a personal choice, but I believe once a year is adequate.
Alright, so just to wrap it up then, any resolutions for you guys this Diwali? I mean, you're recommending to investors to review their portfolios. What about both of you? What will you be vowing to do this Diwali that perhaps the next year?
Keeping it simple. It's so difficult. There's always this view of, am I missing out something? I mean, am I doing enough? I believe, simple works best. So resolving to keep it simple,
So I would look at a more comprehensive and spiritual wealth, which is like, look at your physical wealth, which is your health, and your social wealth, which is spend time with family and kids and children, and look at your financial wealth and review that, and your emotional wealth, and if you have that, you get yogic wealth. So please go ahead and enjoy that.
Alright, so both of you, thanks very much. In fact, I'm going to actually pick up also bits from both your resolutions and add to mine. Thanks very much for indulging us, and I hope the year is all that and more. Thanks very much. Viewers, remember, keep writing to us at money@network18online.com. You can also find us on Twitter. Write to CNBC TV 18 News. Use the hashtag money. And remember that you can also log on to YouTube to catch this as well as all our previous episodes. Thanks for watching. Happy Diwali, and we'll see you again next week.